I'm Charlotte and welcome back to another Express workout. Today we're here with FitBoutique on their beautiful Maple Crest Reformer in beige. And we're gonna work upper body. So think 15-minute express flow. You're gonna be working biceps, triceps, shoulders, and a little bit of upper back. Let's get straight into it. We're gonna start by changing our springs. And I'm gonna get you on some light-ish springs for a little bit of single arm work just to get us nice and warm. So I'm gonna start on either a high yellow spring as your base. You want a little bit more spice here, you're welcome to go for a blue on the bottom row. Otherwise, a blue on the high row will be your strongest option today. If that's still not enough, you can always go for a blue and a yellow, just to give you lots of choices. For me, I'm gonna start on a high yellow just because my arms are a little bit sore today. So once I've got my yellow on, I'm gonna start by shuffling my knees right up against the shoulder blocks on my left. I'm facing towards the side and I'm starting to grab the strap closest to the front of the room. You're gonna either grab the strap with the short loop, otherwise the longer loop is gonna feel a little lighter. We're gonna start by hinging forward from our hips with a long neutral spine flat through your back. Elbows are gonna line up with your shoulders and my strap is in the inside hand. On your next exhale, start to find your shoulder press, lifting your arms along to the sky. Inhale, slowly draw the elbows back in line with your shoulders. Exhale to lift, inhale to lower. Also, just before I forget to mention, if sitting on your ankles is not for you today, you can always bring your feet further forward. You can cross your legs over, swing them to the side, whatever works for you. Hope that you're still going with your shoulder press. If it does get too heavy, again, a reminder, you can grab your longer loop instead. If you want to make this a little heavier today, you might want to add a pulse at the bottom before you reach to the sky. Or feel free to find a static hold at the top before making your way back down again. We're gonna stay for another 4 of these. Taking nice deep breaths. Moving into our last 3. You're doing great, keep it up. Last 2. Good, in 1, I want you to keep your arms long to the sky, interlace your fingers. You're gonna start to add a nice big sweep down towards your knees. On your exhale, you're gonna reach your arms back to the sky. Good, inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Beautiful. Now that we've got the swing of things, we're gonna come into a nice big woodchucker. So the next time you swing your arms up, you're gonna find your arms coming into a long diagonal line, and then you're gonna slowly bring your elbows back to your shoulder block. Exhale as you rise. Inhale as you lower. If you want a little bit more of a challenge here, just make sure your knees are shuffled back. Feel free to come up into your high kneel, and then back to the low kneel again. I'm gonna hang out in my low kneel today. Good, exhale, rise. Inhale to lower. Coming straight up, straight back down. The next time our arms go long, we're gonna come into a chest press. So elbows go wide, pull the strap towards your chest. Exhale, reach. Inhale, sweep, coming all the way back down again. We'll stay here for 4 of these. Just making sure your elbows are gonna stay at your shoulder height or a little bit lower, just so you're not working into your neck. Final 3, if I haven't lost count. Hopefully not for yours and my sake. Last 2. In 1, we're just gonna finish with our chest press. So arms stay nice and long, pull the strap in, exhale, reach the strap back in front of your chest. Coming into our last 5. Big deep breaths for 4. Doing great, team, last 3. Good, 2, and 1. Let's come all the way down. Take a little moment to reset. Give your shoulders a nice big roll back if they need. If you have dumbbells close by, I would love for you to grab just 1 if you like to use it. Otherwise, feel free to leave it behind. We're gonna keep the weight in our left hand, and then you're gonna grab the same strap with your right arm. We're gonna come into a draw the sword. So on your exhale, your arm's gonna lift up just a little bit higher than your shoulder. And then slowly peel your hand back down towards your shoulder strap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Again, if you need grabbing onto the longer loop, it feels a little too heavy. And what you want to look out for here is that your wrist is staying nice and long. So you want to find as much length and space as you can through your elbow towards your wrist. With your other arm, if you'd like a little bit of double trouble, if you will, elbow is going to lift in line with your shoulder. You're going to reach your arm long to the sky as you kick out for the draw the sword. Everything's going to come back together. Exhale to lift and inhale to release. Beautiful. Again, same thing. You might want to come into your high kneel. Just be super careful. Make sure your knees are right up against your shoulder blocks. If you want to, you might want to hold your next reach Take one more shoulder press before making your way back down. You could also go heavy with your weights as well. I'm just on a 1 kilo, nice and light, but you could always go for 2, 3, whatever you fancy. We're coming into our last 10 seconds, team. You're doing such a great job. My right shoulder is on fire. Let's take our last 2. Good, in 1, arm is gonna stay long. You're just gonna find 3 big shoulder presses, down and up, with or without the weight. 3, starting from now. 2, good, in 1. Bring your hands all the way back towards your chest. Give your shoulders a nice big shimmy if you need, with your weight, or your hand without the weight. Bring it behind your back. You're gonna lean your chest forward towards your knees. On your next exhale, you're gonna open your arms into a nice big T shape. Arms go wide. Hands are gonna come back to where they started. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Coming into a nice big starfish. And then back towards your chest to reset. Ooh, getting a little bit more power through the shoulder now. Coming into our final 4, just make sure your back stays flat as you lean forward. Coming into 3. Finding a little more space if you can. Last 2. Great job. Last 1. Can you keep your arms long? Just a tiny little pulse here. Up, down, nothing you can't do. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh my gosh. Let's hang our strap up. Have a little second here. Feel free to grab a sip of water if you need. Dumbbell can now go on the floor so it's out of the way. And we're gonna come into our next spring change. We're gonna work double arms now. So we wanna go a little bit heavier. Not too heavy if you don't want to though. We're gonna start on a blue as our base. A high blue or a blue and yellow is now your challenge, as it was before. So just a blue, high blue, or a blue and a yellow. Like I said, I've got sore arms today, so I'm just gonna jump on my blue spring on the bottom row. But if that's not enough for me, I will grab my short loops. We're gonna be facing towards the back of the room. Knees are still lining up against your shoulder blocks. If, again, you don't wanna be on your ankles, welcome to bring your feet forward. We wanna grab both of our straps in front of us. Let's start with the short loops. Again, if you need, grab the longer loops on the outsides. Palms are gonna face towards the ground. Arms are gonna be long and just underneath your shoulder height, and you're sitting up as tall as you can with your shoulders rolled back. On your exhale, start to pull the straps in. Elbows go wide. Again, wrists stay nice and long. Inhale, slowly release. Coming into our wide row. Exhale to pull. Inhale to release. Good. As we pull the straps in, can you try and squeeze your shoulder blades together? And then slowly let them glide apart along your back. So we want to start to activate through our traps, which is where your shoulder blades are. And that's where you're pulling the straps from. Beautiful. This is feeling a little bit too easy. You can either grab onto the triangles just above your straps with 2 fingers. Same thing. You're welcome to find your high kneel. Or I like to do a single row. So you might want to do one arm, letting your strap get floppy, then do the other arm. So you're taking a little bit more load with your traps. You might want to hold for a static, and then come back. Static hold, slow release, or welcome to find a little pulse on the way out. A little bit more of a challenge there. Beautiful, we're gonna stay here for our next 15 seconds. You've got quite a few different options here. Feel free to alternate. Moving into our last 5. We're gonna meet with our wide row in 4 for our last little static hold. In 3, 2, in 1, both hands pull in towards your chest. And you stay there, or welcome to find a little pulse in and out. Keep growing up and out through the crown of your head. We're here for 5. Doing great, keep breathing. 4, good, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back. Give the shoulders a nice big roll out. We're now gonna work into our triceps and biceps. So biceps are the front of your arm, triceps are the back. We're gonna start with the back first. So again, finding your short or longer loops. Again, we wanna find a little hinge from our hips. So you wanna lean your chest forwards, staying flat through the back as much as you can. And wrists are staying long in line with your elbows. On your next exhale, start to slide your hands back away from your knees. Inhale, slowly draw the arms forward, reset. Exhale, pull. Inhale to release. Good. We want to stay tall and proud through our chest, so your shoulders are still opening up and you're thinking about being pulled across by your collarbones. As you draw your hands back, again, we want to slightly work into our upper back here, but you want to also squeeze through your back arm. If you'd like to add on from here, we're going to come into a tricep extension, so hands stay back, folding through your elbows, hands go to the shoulder blocks, hands come back to your hips, then we find a nice big sweep to reset. Pressing back to hold, one tricep extension, one sweep. If you'd like to come up in between, you're very welcome to. So after we find our next tricep extension, I'm just gonna take a little rest and coming back. Then we go forward again. Nice big sweep, tricep extension, and then one sweep, reset. Good. We'll take one more of these. Then we're gonna add in another layer. I'm always here if you need. Arms are gonna line up just below your shoulders once again. This time your palms are gonna face to the sky. We're gonna come into a bicep curl. Start to draw the straps in, pull your hands towards your temples. Inhale, slowly release. Fingers can stay curled, fingers can stay long, whatever feels more comfy for you. You wanna start to squeeze through your upper arm, so you're starting to engage through your bicep. And if you can, elbows stay high. If that's not an option for your shoulders today, you might just want to find some low bicep curls. Completely up to you. The next time your arms get long, we're going to find our triceps again. So palms flip to the ground. We lean forward, we sweep back. One tricep extension, just one, unless you want to do more. Hands go forward, palms to sky, bicep curl. Beautiful. So we've got one of each. Loving your work, team. Good. Can we stay back now, just finding your tricep extension, moving forward and back. Option to hold at the end of the tricep, just to give you a little bit more spice. We're going to move into our last 4. Try your best here to keep your wrists long for 3. Final 2. You can do it. Last one. We're going to keep our hands back. You're going to hold for a tiny little pulse here, little lift. Little lower, big squeeze through the backs of your arms. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2. We're gonna finish with the bicep curls, coming all the way forward, palms to sky, just the bicep curls now. Lift, lower, coming up, moving down, doing great, team. Lift, lower, big squeeze through the front of your arms. The next time you pull your hands in, option to add a little pulse on the way up, then release. Pulling in, hold, little lift. Lower just through your elbows. So whole arm is going to move together. Let's come into our last 4 here. We're going to meet with a pulse in 3, as you've probably expected by now. Let's go for 2. Good, last one. Can you hold it there? Just stay with your pulse. Lift, lower. You're going to find your arms in a moment of stillness in 3. Hold the arms in 2. Good, stay with me, last little bit here. Hold the arms. You're gonna very slowly, very carefully, come up to find your high kneel. Make sure your knees are right up against the shoulder blocks. Use your core, slowly draw your tailbone down towards your heels again. Good, exhale to rise. Beautiful, inhale to lower. You might wanna find a little pulse on the way down. Come back up, or pulse on the way up. Option to do both. Coming into our last 10 seconds here. Ooh, my neck is cracking. Let's ignore that. Last 5, 4, 3. Good, final 2. Can you meet me in the high kneel in 1? Just floating back to your low kneel. Meet me there, little pulse. Lift, lower. Here for 5. Big squeeze through the glutes. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way down. Give your shoulders a nice big roll out. Let's hang our straps up on the shoulder blocks. And we're gonna move over to the other side. I'm gonna be facing towards the back, so you should be able to see everything that I'm doing still. We're just gonna repeat the other side. We were on a high yellow, a blue, high blue, or blue and yellow together. High yellow, a blue, high blue, or a blue and a yellow. Lots of choice again. We're gonna grab the strap closest to the front of the room. Also, just make sure your weight is somewhere close by. I might just pop mine in front of my carriage. And we're gonna start to hinge from our hips, leaning your chest forwards. Strap is in your opposite hand, so the one closest to the strap. On your exhale, start to lift, find your shoulder press. Inhale, slowly coming down in line with your shoulder. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Beautiful. Once again, you might want to hold at the top. You might want to pulse on the way down. Completely up to you here. Beautiful, team, looking good. If you did it on the other side, you might want to add your arms coming up together, down at the same time. Good, let's move into our last 5. You're gonna move with your arms long to the sky in 4. Good, 3 more to go. I'm gonna find a nice big sweep in 2. Good, in 1, arms go all the way up, interlace your fingers together. Slowly we bring our hands all the way down to the carriage. Exhale, lift all the way back to the sky. Inhale, lower. Good, exhale, rise. Think about using both hands to help. Again, now that we've got the swing of things, we're gonna come back to our woodchucker. So arms are gonna go up long in a nice diagonal line. Inhale, slowly pull back down again. If you're finding you don't have enough support here, I like to bring my knees just a tiny bit wider, just to give me a little bit of a bigger base of support. Again, you want your wrists to stay long. So nice long line all the way from the shoulders to your palms. Good, the next time our arms go up, we'll find a nice big chest press. Elbows go wide, arms reach long, we come back down, one big woodchucker. So we want to go across both sides of the body. Lovely. As you do the chest press, elbows come in just below your shoulders. Try not to get them any higher than your shoulders, otherwise you don't want to work into your neck. We're just going to finish up with our chest press in another 4. Looking strong, team. 3. Good, let's move for 2. And make this your last one. The next time we go up, we're gonna find our chest press. Elbows go wide, arms reach long. Good, inhale, bend. Exhale, reach. Sitting as tall as you can, we're moving into 4. Good, 3, you're gonna pick up your weight on the floor in 2. Our last one here. And coming all the way down. Give your shoulders a nice good roll out if they need it. Have a little stretch. So now we swap our hands over. You're gonna grab your strap with your left hand. Weight is in the right. And we find draw the sword. So let's bring our weight in line with our shoulder or your hand without the weight. We're gonna take a nice big exhale. Lift your arm long towards your diagonal where you just had it before. Inhale, slowly bring the hand all the way down to your pocket. Again, long or short loop. Short will feel a little more loaded. Exhale, lift. Inhale to return. Good, really using your breath here to help you, especially on the way out. Try and use your exhale to push the arm up to the sky. Let's take our shoulder press now, so both together. Both come back at the exact same time. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Good work, team. Hand with the weight, just make sure it's facing towards your ear. Beautiful, nice work here, team. The next time we go up, can we just add one more shoulder press? Down and up with the weight, then pull it all the way back in again. Coming up, hold it, shoulder press, come back down. Moving into our last 3 here. Doing great, team, keep it up. Good, 2 more. Make sure you have no momentum on the way up. Last one, you're gonna meet me there, just your shoulder press, down and up, keeping the wrists nice and long for 4, 3, 2, we're finishing off with our big T. Hand with the weight goes back, we lean forward. Exhale, lift up, long arms, come all the way down, hand goes behind your back again. Exhale, reach. Inhale, release. Nice big T, so you want your shoulders to open up Stay proud through the front of your chest. Reach your fingers as far as you can to the other side of the space. Let's take our last 3, team. Big deep breaths here. Doing great. 2 more. Lucky last one to go. Can you move me out? Arms are nice and long. Let's go for a little pulse. Lift, lower. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Hang the strap up. Meet me facing towards the front. Let's drop our weight off to one side. Feet are gonna go nice and wide on your carriage, and then pushing out to a nice, lovely, long child's pose, looking down towards your springs. Whilst you're there, give your head a nod, yes and no if you need it. And let's slowly roll all the way back up. You're gonna reach back to grab your shoulder blocks, opening up through the front of your chest. If you can, find your high kneel for a deeper release. You might wanna look all the way back. Taking 2 deep breaths here, in through the nose. Exhale through your mouth. 1 more. Coming all the way back to our low kneel. And let's just finish off with a nice big stretch in any comfortable position of your choice. Bring your hand to one side, big overhead reach. Feel the release all the way up through your lats. Let's look down towards our hand on the ground, up towards your arm facing the sky. Flip your palm to the sky and then push it away. Moving over to the other side, big, big stretch. You might want to push the carriage away at the same time. Looking down towards your springs, back to the sky. Flip your palm and then send it away. Beautiful. Bring your hands in front of your body, flip your palms, and take a big stretch up to the sky. You might want to have a little lean to one side and then the other. And then let's just finish by bringing our hands back behind us, stretching out through the front of your shoulders, front of your chest. Beautiful, team. We are all done. Thank you so much for showing up and moving your bodies. I hope you loved class. I'll see you soon for another workout.